Hey, what's T YouTube fam? It's your girl TK, and I am at home vlogging, darling. As a matter of fact, it feels so good to be at home. I'm really out here catching up on some sleep, and not only catching up on sleep, but looking at the U.S. Supreme Court, seeing what is new out there, because it's great content for my YouTube channel, okay? Because I talk laws, rules, and regulations, policies, and procedures. Now, one of the persons that I was really interested in as of recent that's at the U.S. Supreme Court is Miss Ashley Moody. As a matter of fact, I did not think that I would ever want to do a video on her, but I'm telling you, Miss Moody, she's out of here serving a lot of tea, reality, you know. And one of the questions that she's actually presenting, and of course, as I'm doing this video, my phone wants to go dead, but nonetheless, I'm going to keep it going. One of the questions that Mrs. Ashley Moody is presenting to the U.S. Supreme Court is a question that basically outlines Jim Crow laws, and it really had me thrown like a loop. I could not believe that these were going to be a question, or these questions were going to be asked of the U.S. Supreme Court by someone like Miss Ashley Moody, but nonetheless, she is asking. So with that being noted, I am going to be doing a video. Now, in this video in particular, I want you guys to know that we're going to talk Ashley Moody, Jim Crow laws, the U.S. Supreme Court, as noted, the head of state versus an oligarch, and disclosures of information that is impacting Mr. Donald Trump. And if you guys don't know, Donald Trump was the 45th president of the United States. Now, I want you guys to know something. If I'm going to tell you guys about a case, I also need to be telling you guys about how to reference this information. So if you want to, you can always go back and look at docket number 21-12355, and you can find this at the U.S. Supreme Court or supremecourt.gov. Now, I want you guys to know the head of states that we're going to be discussing, referencing in this video. In this video, we're going to be discussing Donald Trump. Of course, you guys should note that Donald Trump was the 45th president of the United States, and he's facing a lot of indictments as of recent, included insurrection. But we'll get into that in a moment. Also, I want you guys to note that we're going to be discussing myself. I am Tanya Knowles, and an absolute monarchy for the United States, the United Kingdom, and Cuba. Also, I want you guys to note something as well. What is an oligarch? Because that should be important as well. Now, an oligarch, by definition, is a ruler or a very rich business leader. Now, the oligarch in discussion is Twitter, Meta, Platforms, and YouTube, LLC. Now, I wanted to read you a statement of facts. Now, here it goes. Now, this statement of facts can also be found on the U.S. Supreme Court, but you know me, I wanted to, just basically give you guys a synopsis. So I'm about to start that right now. So here's the synopsis. Here it goes. It says Donald J. Trump, the 45th president of the United States, is the lead plaintiff in class action lawsuits filed against Twitter, Meta Platforms, and YouTube, LLC. Among the causes of action, Donald Trump has alleged in these cases violations of the censorship disclosure requirements of Florida Statute 501.2041-2A. Now, it goes on to, basically cite other laws. But again, if you're interested, you can go to the U.S. Supreme Court's website or even go on my community tab, because I'm going to spell it out for you. But right now, I wanted to go in and note to you guys some of the indictments that Donald Trump is facing, and why I think this whole case is giving out thriller vibes. First of all, Donald Trump is currently facing indictments for classified documents. And what's really interesting is that the Attorney General in Florida, Miss Moody, is talking about censorship. But sis, why are you doing that? We still need to rectify the situation regarding classified documents. The second is the presidential election and hush money, and that's dealing with a woman named Stormy Daniels. Now, the third one is Georgia election. And as of recent, he's turning himself in to basically do what he has to do to kind of like rectify what he did in Georgia. Let's put it that way. Number 4, he's going to also be going through an indictment regarding January 6th insurrection. Now, I want to move forward just a tad bit and talk to you guys about an oligarch. Now, if you guys don't know, Elon Musk, well, he's one of the richest men in America, and he is considered an oligarch. Now, I want you guys to note that an oligarch is a person who is not only a very rich man, but they can also be seen as a ruler. I thought that was very interesting. Now, also, I want you guys to note something as well. Elon Musk, this man is just not just rich. He owns Twitter, Tesla, SpaceX. He has a lot of businesses. But as of recent, one of the businesses that I found interesting was that he was out here rebranding Twitter and remaking it X. So it went from Twitter to X. Very interesting, right? Now, I want you guys to also note here that although Mr. Elon Musk can be seen as an oligarch, he cannot override an absolute monarchy. Now, let's go back on to Miss Ashley Moody, okay? Now, Miss Ashley Moody appears to be conspiring with Donald Trump with her request to the court to have certain political viewpoints available without a need for secrecy. And for a blanket ban, for example, or excuse me, let me start that over again because it came out just a little bit incorrect. So here it goes. It says Miss Ashley Moody appears to be conspiring with Donald Trump with her request to the court to have certain political viewpoints available without a need for secrecy and or a blanket ban. For example, when Twitter was purchased by Elon Musk for $44 billion, he allowed his users to tweet racist tweets and hate speech. In addition, Miss Ashley Moody has stated that denying a group a vastly important means of public communication is a serious burden. Miss Ashley Moody is requesting the courts reverse Jim Crow laws. My question to you is, do you know what Jim Crow laws are? If not, let me explain it to you. Jim Crow laws were state and local laws introduced in the southern United States in the late 19th and earlier 20th centuries that enforced racial segregation. Jim Crow being a pejorative, I cannot say that word for nothing, but Jim Crow was a word that was not very nice. It was a not very nice term, excuse me, for African Americans. Now, I want you guys to also note that Attorney General Ashley Moody has committed treason when she has asked the court to enact Jim Crow laws to remove the head of state and allow an oligarch, i.e. Elon Musk, to run his business with bigotry and hate without any recourse or blanket ban. Treason, by definition, is the crime of betraying one's country, especially by attempting to kill the sovereign or overthrow the government. Ashley Moody, Donald Trump, and any oligarch associated must cease and desist effective immediately from all treasonous acts. The head of state, Tanya Knowles, cannot be a slave to an oligarch. Respectfully, Tanya TK Knowles. I'm hoping you guys enjoyed this video. I had a little slip-ups here and there, but I tried to correct it as much as possible. Also, I want you guys to know that everything that I've discussed with you can be read on my community tab, so you should definitely check it out. My community tab is on YouTube, of course. Also, I do have Instagram. It's TKKNOWLES01. I'm not on there as much, so you are more than likely able to catch me out on YouTube. Anyhow, I'm hoping you guys enjoyed this video, and it's so comment, like, and subscribe. Please keep those notifications on. Peace, love, and happiness always. Remember always, it is so imperative for you to stay safe, stay blessed, follow laws, rules, and regulations, because you don't know when, where, and or how it might impact you. Bye, guys.